giving us a little taste, bro. Now, what's your name, man?
Name Bill Washington, man.
Bill Washington, the bass player, Detroit bass player, right?
Detroit bass player. That's right.
Welcome to the basement. That's spelled B-A-S-S-M-I-N-T, over Reggie Canty's house in the basement. And sitting in, I guess we're gonna do an interview with you, right? Sitting in, we got none other than Mr. James Francis. I just happen to remember his name. Y'all know I'm bad with names.
Oh yeah.
We also have with us none other than Mr. Parker Klein.
Oh, you 2 for 2.
How's it going?
And who is that next to you?
Max Klein, Parker's little brother.
Who?
Parker's little brother, Max Klein.
Parker's little brother, Max. Does that stand for Maximilian?
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
And you're a bass player too?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna do an interview with you too, bro.
Yeah.
Also, we got in the house with us, who we got?
Parker's other little brother. All 3 of us.
And your name is?
Chris Spooner.
Chris Spooner.
Yes, sir.
And behind him, hiding is?
I'm not hiding. This is how tall I am. I'm trying to get seen.
That's none other than my man Mike Gritch. And also in the house we got with us, holding up. What's that, acoustic bass?
Acoustic, got the acoustic today, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that a little bit, man.
Okay.
And Mr. James
Formay
in the house. And we all in the basement, just kicking it like we always do, all bass players. Y'all welcome, man, to come and kick it. Heck, even Detroit guitar players, Detroit keyboard players, Detroit drummers, whoever want to stop by and hang out with us and teach us something, come on, because we like learning and everything. So, first question I like to ask is, when did you start playing the bass and why?
Alright, I actually picked this up a little over a year ago, seriously, man, to play with my little girls. You know, one plays guitar, the other plays keys. They say, Dad, you got to pick up something and play with us, you know. So I said, well, what? My youngest said, go get a bass. So I started running at these basses for a while, man, until I kind of settled down a little bit. And got me a Sean May Custom here now, so I'm finally stopped spending money.
and that's beautiful bass, man.
Yeah, and that's Sean May, for those you don't know, is a bass Luther manufacturer, works at Guitar Center, and he's a Detroit bass player, and he's mighty bad on that bass as well.
What's some of the woods on there?
Well, here you have Purple Heart. It's a neck through design, of course. Purple Heart, maple. You have camphor burl, as a matter of fact, over the pickups and sides and everything. So, I mean, it's pretty solid bass too, man, and it's light, you know, very light in weight. So, just figured out the controls a little bit to be able to kind of change up. Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, so you just said you started playing a little over a year.
Yeah.
I can't tell, man. Just from your technique, the way you hold your fingers and all that kind of stuff, it looked like something a little bit more seasoned than a year. And you say you did this all because your daughter said,
oh yeah,
they want to kick it with you musically.
Want to kick it with me musically, man.
And they suggested the bass.
They suggested the bass. You know, I had some pretty good teachers along the way too. You know, Pope came over, showed me some stuff.
Oh, that's William Pope?
William Pope.
The second?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Pope star?
Absolutely, man.
The Pope Metropolis. There's his one of his buddies. Pope Alicia.
Yeah, the Pope Flow. The first band I played with, man, was Omni.
What's that again?
Omni, O-M-N-I. Christian rock band. And learned a lot from the lead singer guy, leader of the band, Aaron Janopoulos, I think his last name, but he taught me some basic stuff. I got with this other band called the Surgeon Generals, and it's classic rock, so I had to learn a lot of songs and play, you know, trying to get in some theory now, brother, and hopefully get a chance to get out there to you know, to really learn how to play.
And who was that?
Who was you?
Yeah.
Let's see, Big Eye.
Okay, now he wanted to take some lessons with Big Eye, y'all. So y'all, anybody needs some bass lessons, come holler at me now. Oh, guitar too, and piano. Okay, so you started playing with these cats, and then you say the next group you played with was what?
Called the Surgeon Generals. We did a couple of open mics, man. These guys been playing for about 30 years. Their bass player passed. You know, I was fortunate enough to to get in his position. They had like a 9-piece band at one time, you know. So I learned a lot from those guys, you know. And
well, I must say, for you to only been playing for a year, maybe dabbling in and out for a couple of years, but playing for a year, you've absolutely sponged up some good stuff. You know, none of the bad stuff. I think we were talking a little bit earlier. We heard you play a little bit earlier, and I made a comment saying that if only you had picked up that bass at 13 or 14 or 15.
Yeah, I wish I had her too, man. I tell you.
Cause you'd be a beast.
Man.
The way you soak up the good information, and you say you find some of the stuff you did, like you did some scales for us earlier.
Yeah.
Y'all, for those don't know, we talk a little bit off the camera too, and sometimes we miss some good footage. And he was over here playing some scales for us. Play those scales for me. That's okay.
Yo, you gonna edit this, man. I can do this all day long. You got a camera on me, man.
You got it though, man. You got it. Double over it.
Anyway.
Well, look, I ain't gonna edit it, man. We real people, man.
Yeah.
If you want me to edit it, you better say a cuss word while you.
You're worth editing.
Okay. Now, what made me ask you to play that again is because one of the things we said while the camera wasn't running is where's you learning this stuff?
Oh, you know what, man? I'm picking up a lot this on the internet reading, and I ask a lot of questions, man. You know, I got a chance to again get with Pope, a couple of other players, and I just sit and ask questions, man. I mean, what does this mean? You know, and I hadn't had real formal training yet. That's why, again, I can't wait to get to Mr. I's class to really get some answers to some other questions I got going with this, man. So I mean, just try to, you know, read and practice and that sort of thing on YouTube, stuff like that. But my best education, man, has been looking at Detroit bass players, man, looking at these videos. I'm serious, man, just watching you guys play and trying to imitate that, you know, and play and try to work that into something. You know, that's really been it, man. Good education.
Okay, and that's pretty cool. Detroit bass players on Facebook, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they got like a whole bunch of members now on that Detroit bass player page now, huh?
Yeah, so maybe 17.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, you guys post like, check this site out for something, or check this site out, and I just immediately run to that site, man. This guy's teaching something, you know, he's doing something. I'm like, yeah, cool.
Right, and another thing is if you just got questions, man, and stuff, you shouldn't have to pay for that. Just that brother, that fellowship on the bass players page, and also on DetroitBassPlayers.com. Just ask them questions, man. Somebody is going to be thrilled to answer them for you. And the bad thing is you might get about 6 different answers, but
all saying different things.
But all saying the same thing 6 different ways.
You need too.
Yeah, and you can
take a little piece of the 6 and you got a complete setup.
Yeah.
What I discovered is, in some playing situations, I discovered options I didn't know I had it before.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get into a situation, I say, wow, where do I go from here? Oh, damn.
Right.
One of the biggest cats that was putting that information out there was Eddie Cohen and Kerry Lacey.
Yeah, Eddie put up that Jeff is it Jeff Berlin?
Yeah, he posted
Jeff Berlin stuff.
And that's
I think he married
that.
I wouldn't put it past him, man.
But that is awesome. Jeff Berlin gives some awesome lessons on his site, you know.
And you mentioned Eddie, man. I actually took some lessons with Eddie, you know, before I had major surgery and had to back out of that. And I took like a couple of weeks with him, man. That guy was awesome, man. He had me reading music. You know, I went in there like kicking and screaming, man. But I'm like, okay, reading the music. And I'm like, no, you can't look down because you got to look at the notes, you know. And you're looking. But it was cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome to learn to know how to read music.
Lesson in itself. You cannot look at your fingerboard when you're reading. You got to know where you are. Your positions are so important. You know, the book doesn't highlight first position, second position, third. That is critical when you're reading. You got to know what position you're in.
Especially
You gotta know where to
fretless
go.
or upright. Especially working a fretless or an upright.
Yeah, that's a whole different
Yeah,
world too.
yeah,
You actually
fretless
have to
man
sleep
right
with your
there.
base at that point. You know.
Yeah, and the
You want some
half.
milk, girl? Or
Yeah, that's some cool stuff though. What they call half position is up there, and then
it's
1 and 2, 3 position, and 3, 4 position, and 4.
Five,
I'm like, why? Why can't we just play the thing, man? You know, but what's up? What you doing now, Bill? What you got going on as far as the bass is
As
concerned?
far as the bass is concerned, man, well, you know,
Music.
Music. I got an iPad full of stuff. I posted some stuff on SoundCloud, man. I actually got some songs out there where I practice and then just throw GarageBand stuff in there. And I finally got a little studio, so I'm learning Logic Pro. Trying to get real serious with that. My daughter has one of those Roland G8s, so she knows that thing inside out. So she's showing me some stuff, man. And I'm just trying to do some studio work with it too. Just having a good time, man. You know.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
where could I actually hear this? Cause I'm ready to go listen to it. Soon as
I got an iPad right over there. You can plug it in, or you can go. I've actually posted some. You know how we posted our videos on Detroit Bass Player Forum, but I don't see the links there anymore. But I actually posted them, man. We got a way to hear them in here. You can play them. You know. Yeah.
Okay, well, if I wanna say I'm not here in the basement right now and I can't listen to it, and I'm over in Zimbabwe or Paris, France, because you know we got.
You go to SoundCloud. Is it SoundCloud?
Yeah.
And then look up Bill OS Tech. BILLOSTECH. Just follow Bill OS Tech, man.
Okay.
Get some stuff out there. Yeah, it's pretty.
All right, cool. I'm looking forward to going and listening to some of your stuff. You got any videos out there? Somebody capture you? And
Yeah, YouTube. They captured me over at the Timberwolf, man, with the Surgeon Generals playing some classic rock, you know, and what's Bridge of Sighs. What's the guy's Van Morrison? Robin Trower. Yeah, Robin
oh, that's
Trower,
a
man.
bad
you know.
song.
Yeah.
Let me hear how your rendition.
You know, that kind of stuff, you know, that,
cool.
you know, I mean, I wasn't clean.
So if I want to go check that out on YouTube, what's the name of the video or
that
band?
would be, you can do, on net, you have to kind of be careful how you post it for copyrights. So,
well, if we want to just go watch it.
Surgeon Generals, man. You can do Surgeon Generals and then Robin Trower or something like that at the same time, and it'll pull it up. And I'm the guy way in the back in the dark, man, looking like a deer in headlights. That's my second time ever on stage, man. I'm like, you know, like, oh, man.
That's how it always is.
We're gonna check it out there, man. And before I didn't want to keep you, man. You know how I don't like to keep nobody, man. So anybody got any questions for this fine bassist before
I do. What kind of music are you into, or are you looking to expand into different things? But what have you been playing for the past year?
Yeah, you know what? Been playing again, rock, classic rock, Christian rock, little blues type stuff. I love blues, man. You know, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Bentonia Blues Festival, and it's once a year, man. It's huge. B.B. King, all those guys go down there. Where my great grandmother's sister's grandson actually run that thing, man. So you know that cat, notable old school blues artist, man. He runs, and so I try to get down there and play with those guys, doing a couple of nights and stuff like that, man. This past summer I got a chance to do that. Yeah.
So pretty much your forte is blues and rock.
Blues, well, blues and gospel's kind of the same thing. You're talking about 1-4-5 progressions,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, just straight up with that. It's one on there. Well, how's it going? It's yeah.
that 1-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then going. It sounds a lot different when you got a camera on you, man.
It'll sound great in the mix. When it come out, it'll sound great.
Yeah, it feels a little bit different when you got the spotlight on you. You know?
Yeah.
Well, man, anybody else got any questions for this fine bassist?
I got a question for you. All right, so you say you just started.
Yes, sir.
What made you go to 5-string? You just
You know what? I started with a 4 and then I wanted to go to that low B. Yeah. It was one song I wanted to learn and needed a low B, so I just took that, took the 4-string in, and Sean said I wanted a 5-string now. Sean thought I was nuts, man. I mean, I come in there and get a Fender, come back, got a Music Man, came back, got something else, you know, and it's like, got a PRS online, right? Beautiful, man, and just didn't like it. It was a 4-string, sold it. I was doing some research on PRSs. It led me to this guy, believe it or not, on Olympic website, Olympic basis. And I'm like, wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I saw that, man. I said, I gotta have one. And then one came up for sale. I got it. Okay. Then another one came up for sale here locally. Guy had it in a case for over 10 years.
really?
And I said, how much you want for it? He told me. I'm like, oh, okay then. You know, ran home, sold some stuff, came back the next day and got it. So, yeah.
Do you still have all these basses?
Yeah, I got the 2 Olympics, this one, and a real nice Fender Jazz. As a matter of fact, that is my favorite. The 5-string Fender with the 5 inline tuners. Yeah, because I think they still make the Mexican, but this was American made,
So the
that's
dude,
the one I really like.
Dude only been playing for a year. He got 5 basses.
Major basses.
Four,
Not just a little bit.
Yeah, he got
Olympics at that.
Yeah, but
four basses.
There may be 2% of the planet that know what Olympic bass is.
Exactly.
2 of them.
Less than 1% actually.
Really? Yeah, that's right.
You're right. You know what that sounds like? No, it's not how to drive. We're gonna take a semi now.
Is there any other questions?
Yes. Since you've only been playing about a year, what advice would you give to a person that's just starting?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
What I would suggest is surround yourself with bass players. I mean, seriously, get out there and just, hang at the Guitar Center. You see somebody over there, go over there and ask them questions. Practice. I'm not messing up in here and stuff like this, but I tell you, I can sit down in the basement, my basement.
By yourself?
And just practice for like 2 hours. Just straight 2 hours till my hand hurt, that kind of thing. So, get with it. Don't do like I did and buy a whole lot of basses and stuff up front. But get you one bass and get with somebody and join Detroit bass player. Yeah, get with these guys here. Right? I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
Another question?
Yeah, another question. All right, since you got all these magnificent basses, I'm just wondering what kind of amp do you have?
You got the same one Reggie got. Got the same hookup Reggie. I got this one, but I got the is it the 115 Reggie? The 105? Yeah, on the bottom of it. But this is a monster, man. The top, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, same setup, man.
Any you ain't got 5 amps? What have you been through? I know you done been through some
I've been
things.
through a lot of amps, bro.
I'm the same way. I brought an Olympic.
You went through multiple amps and then you end up with this. Is that? Wow.
I know, man.
I said it before. I bought an Olympic, and it didn't sound like Stanley Clark, so I took it back. That's why I took it back, because I thought it was gonna sound like Stanley.
You put the piccolo strings on it.
All right, so is there anything you like to say in closing?
Man, I appreciate this community, man. You guys hadn't like snubbed me or anything like that, man. You welcome me in. You guys like, you guys been playing for years. You took me in, man.
When I get home, I'm
showing me some stuff, man.
gonna snub you, man.
Man, you guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Okay, well, cool, man. Why don't you just play us just a little bit of something so we can close you out there.